Good day, folks. Cobbers. Let me just see if I've got this set up right. No doubts I've not. Get rid of that. Ooh! Been a while since I've been here. Who we got on? Anybody? Now that I'm going to be going like this in the shortly because I can't bloody say. It's lockdown, Les. It certainly is. Let me get a slurp of this bloody coffee. Because I've been in isolation, haven't I? With me and my mum for last about 10 days or so. Very hard. Been at home all the time. But I've snuck in today. Liam's got day off on this last Tuesday. And also today he's off because I'm doing this video because I can't be in shop when Liam's in shop because we're in isolation like. So basically Liam's running the shop. Now then, Dazzle. Carl's joined us. Kevin Smith. Where's my latte? You can have this one if you want. It's a bit pasty looking because it's full fat milk. Oh dear. Oh. Now then, is everybody okay? Is there anybody out there, any of our group that's been affected personally by this ridiculous virus that we've got going around at the minute? I don't know anybody personally that's had it. Hi Alan, I've just sent you no, not Joe, it's Alan Ashley. I've just sent a link to join into the video. If anybody's wanting to join into this video, by the way, you can do that. Just send me your email address. I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult because I can't read emails and do this. So it's nice to get it done in advance. Well, Carl says his wife's doing his head in. Well, it was a toss-up really between who were going to kill each other first, either the virus or each other at our house. It rather maybe I'm going to kill each other or virus is going to get us. I'm not too sure which is going to come first. Neil Whiting, I don't know, have you checked with the tracking again? Have you has your order turned up yet? Oh, you've had some difficulties with it, haven't you? You see, there's nobody works on a weekend, so I don't think they deliver on a Saturday. So there'll be nobody at office to ring, which is a bit of a pain. Dazzle thought he'd got it last week, hacking cough. It just lasted a few days. Well, you see, this is the thing, isn't it? This is one of the biggest problems with this virus, is that everybody exhibits different symptoms. Not everybody gets all the symptoms. Some people don't get any symptoms. They're just carriers, if you like. It really depends on the individual's response to it. It's not something that one size fits all. You know, we release this pathogen, if you like, and everybody's going to die of it. Don't work like that. It's not one of them. Every time somebody is infected, that individual, it's that individual whether their response can match it or not. And that's why it's so very difficult, because not a lot of people, or a lot of people don't have any symptoms. No answer when you ring them. I would imagine that's because they'll be short staffed with all the troubles that we're having. Like, I mean, it's the same. I'm waiting for some ink. I've got a new printer in there. I've got my ink cartridges to go in it. I've got a sublimation printer. I've got all the stuff, and I'm waiting for bloody ink. I've been waiting nearly 10 days, and this is Royal Mail first class. So I'm stuck. It's really thrown me now because I'm having to use more expensive paper. Put it that way. And you'd be saying, what the hell's he on about then? Well, you know, I've been doing now what we offer. I mean, the shop's shut, right? I'm sat at home and things are going through my mind and that because bills keep rolling in and stuff like this. You've got to keep paying people and whatnot. So I'm always on the thinking about what I can do. And it's like these stickers. I got this sticker vinyl machine for doing stickers for window. Basically, so that we're not relying on somebody else for them to take a fortnight to do something, or for them to charge you 300 quid for something that's you can do yourself for like 30 or 40 quid. So that's why I got the sticker cutter. It weren't for anything to start a business around. So we can change the stickers and stuff in the shop windows on a regular basis because it's off gone a bit tits up now because we're short, so you can't see bastard stickers. That's not my fault, like, is it? So that's what we've been doing. We've been sticking things up, and I've been getting to learn software and stuff like that. Anyway, you know, with me, I tend to bounce all over the place with different things. I've got that many different things on go. It's because I like to fill my time up with different things. You know what I mean? Anyway, juice cabin mugs. So we can now do these lovely mugs, right? Now these are on the website because I've got a dye sublimation printer in there, like I just said. These particular ones are actually going to be a laser transfer print, so you print it on your laser. It's special paper, like it's not just normal paper, and then you transfer it in a heat press. I've got a heat press for mugs. So let me just show you some of the examples. Now I've just put these on website, and I've put these, other than the juice cabin ones and Professor's Punch, that you can get them on juice cabin because they're juice cabin products, aren't they? But the mugs and stuff are actually part of cabin mods. So the cups and stuff are over on cabin mods. So like this is for us hydroponic shop, obviously. I mean, these are nice ceramic mugs. This one is oh, there we go. Back again, back again. Don't know what happened there. This bloody camera, it's useless. I told you about this one before. Bastard thing. Anyway, I was showing you these cups. Featherstone Hydroponics. Now, I've just put these up. Obviously, the wording that's on it, like monkey business, custom stuff, blah, blah, since 2020. That's wording that you can put on. You know what I mean? They are all of these designs are customizable. But anyway, I've just put 200 different designs of various animals, like work, jobs, sporting activities, fishing. Oh, but you like that one. Look at that one. Right, it's bison beer. I thought, oh, bison beer. Full of organic bullshit. This was more local. This was a local design. This is Pontefract Anglers, Fishing Friends. You think it's that one then? Again, these are standard designs which you can tailor. This is my mum's. Don't fuck with the Kraken. What we like. Anyway, that's these are all available on the website now over on cabinmods.com, and they're a tenner, which is just in case anybody wants. You can put your photos on if you want. If you want photos on these instead, you can put photos on them as well. It's all the same. But obviously that's for one-offs. If you want more than one, it gets cheaper, obviously, because all the time is in the first setup and that. So anyway, more product for you, but it doesn't stop there. You know how I get going while I'm on a roll. So we've got a heat press machine in there, one of these for t-shirts and shit. And it's that fucking heavy, we can't pick it up. It weighs 8 ton. So we've got to drag that in there. And anyway, along with this vinyl stuff, I've got more different coloured vinyls in here. I mean, you know what I'm like with colours and stuff like that. Let me just show you this. You're not going to believe how lovely this is. I mean, these are so ridiculously nice. These are t-shirt vinyls, by the way. I've got them in squares just because they're easier to handle for me for this purpose. Look at these. Let me just show you these. Look at that. I'm going to go through a few of these because I know you'll know them. It's like Dorothy's ruby slippers. This one's like shattered glass. Look at this. Look at that. It's like shattered glass. Look at that. I've got a few of them. I like them. What else we got? We've got. So the idea with these, of course, is that you cut your name or design or whatever it is out of it, and then you pick away the bits that you're not going to transfer to your t-shirt. Once you've done that, you lay this design then on your t-shirt and press it in the heat press. And on the back of this is like glue, and it embeds into it. So that's how they work. Got some nice animal prints. Zebra. Leopard. Quite a scary spice, that one, isn't it? Army. We've got one here that looks like reptile skin. Is it? Crocodile skin. This is going to be so much fun playing all of this. I mean, it just goes on and on. So I can't wait to start playing with this. But unfortunately, we've got to set that heat press up, you know. So I'm not going to have to, one of these days, I'm going to have to come in, basically, put my mask and that on, gloves and shit. Because I mean, I always arrive in gloves. I've only not got my gloves on now because I've just been doing these pots. So I've had to got it all wet and that. But normally I arrive in my gloves, but I'll have to come in next week when Liam's in, mask lot, to move this bastard thing, because it's going to need both of us to shift it. I mean, the actual press itself weighs 86 kilos. So that's going to be good fun. Kev's been banned again. Well, my mum is a workaholic. I suppose I'm a workaholic as well. I've got to keep my time occupied. You know what I mean? I'm not big on telly. I'd rather do something, because the more telly you watch, the more you want to watch, don't you? But I tend to fill my time up constantly. You know, because I ain't got a life. I fill it up with stuff. So when I'm here, I mean, normally this is my sort of almost, if you like, a retirement place, isn't it? This is my old folks' home, if you like, for me to retire into. Because all of the stuff that I do here, they're all my hobbies. So it's like, it's not work as such. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like coming into in play school for me, because it's all me stuff. Now that makes me a workaholic, I suppose, in many people's eyes, because I'm always at work. But of course they don't realise that all I'm doing is having a lot of fucking fun. You should all clap for Liam. Liam has been doing an absolutely sterling job. He's effectively running this shop now on his own. I mean, obviously the shop's front is shut. He's dealing with all of the mail order stuff, and he's making stuff up as and when required. And it's not like he's coming in late and leaving early and stuff like that. Oh no, he's here all day. He puts a proper shift in, like, and he makes all, like I say, he makes all the juices. So he's had a visitor this week in shop, helping him, which is going to be absolutely fab for him, because it's somebody to talk to. Because when you're in here on your own all day, it is a lonely building. Do you know what I mean? So Molly's been helping him. I don't know if they've been smooching anywhere. I could just look up videos sometimes. I catch the bastards. Somebody asked me the other day, say, "Are you spying on them? Are you spying on them?" I says, "No, I'm not spying on them. Why are they fucking spying on them?" Obsessed. Yeah, he is. He's doing an absolute sterling job. Kinky Kirby. Well, this is his juice. Professor's Punch. Yeah, Professor Kirby, and that's it. That's the logo that he picked. And that's the description of the juice. So that's actually one of Liam's creations. Oh, I tell you, show you some stickers as well. I fucking love all like this. It's like, oh, anything creative. I can't help myself. Well, it is a condition, isn't it? Now, I got some stuff, some marketing stuff from another company that were to do with the hydroponics, and they came with some stickers, big stickers like. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, it's a shame that's printed on. And then I'm looking, I'm thinking, ooh, that's a fucking thick border all the way around. So in true Yorkshire fashion, I trimmed all the brown extra off. It's like got a leather effect. So I mean, it silks. I don't know if it's going to catch it, but it's got a textured finish as that vinyl. See that? It saves wasting it though, doesn't it? I mean, it's nice stuff. It's been £7 a yard, that something like that. Colombian gold. Now this is nice vinyl. This is proper mirror gold. You know, it's not like gold effect. It's like, you know, proper fucking mirror. When you take the sticker off at front, it's really shiny. And these are just little offcuts of it. Fuck it all tablets and everything else fails. Fuck it all. What's this one? I've took loads of these home. Oh, I'm not going to read this one out loud, but I'll let you read it yourself. I forgot all that one. Liam's dad says he's going to stick there at the house. But Liam. This one's because I've just nearly been run off at road again. Shit driver on board. It's all good though, isn't it? Me and my little fat seal. Who else we got on here? You've been sticking to that sofa. Shagging in the clean room. Could have been shagging in the clean room. Facebook users, I'm loving Professor's Punch. I wonder why it comes up saying just Facebook user instead of somebody's name. It's a shame, isn't it? Has anybody got any questions for me while you've got me? I've got 22 on at the minute, which is not bad, is it? Dazzle downgraded his mod collection to just 3. He's liking the Berry Blast, Jam and Toast, an old school classic Monte Cristo. Monte Cristo is a lovely one, isn't it? It's kind of nutty, piney nutty. It's a strange one, is that? Because it's one of them that changes the flavour. Monte Cristo is a tobacco one. I did Monte Cristo named after the description of the Monte Cristo cigar. Monte Cristo cigar is quite a famous cigar, an expensive cigar. You know, like the one I made the other week here, with all the really fancy leaves in it. So they're expensive these days. Anyway, I went to the Monte Cristo website to read because I've never smoked one, to read the description of what they said it tasted like. So there's undertones of caramel with slight chocolate on the finish and stuff like that, you know, all that kind of shit. And you've got to pick through it to work out what they're actually meaning. You know, take some flowers off and get down to it. So anyway, this Monte Cristo is what they said Monte Cristo tasted like. Do you understand? So I don't know if it actually tastes like a Monte Cristo, but it's very, very fucking nice. It's like it's piney and nutty. It's not too sweet. There's no sweetener in it, but it's not too sweet. It's just very unctuous, but it does change, the flavour changes as you vape it at different temperatures and that, and in different types of tank. Roy Hawkins says, don't I need 2 shots to make a 120ml 3? Yes, you do. Gorse, it's nice to see you too. That's not Gore Vidal. It's Mark de Bron saying how good Professor Punch is, Les. Oh, Mark de Bron. He's normally a donut man, isn't he? Oh, I'll tell you what I am rocking. I know the one that I've had in this for last month, which is that Tabilla 2. I'm really liking that. It's a tobacco, because obviously it's like probably about 60%ish net, pure net tobacco, and then it's got additions to. I put some additions to it because of course some of the flavourings in the original Tabilla, which has always been a top seller since day one. I think it was one of the first ones I ever did, which is tobacco and vanilla, hence Tabilla. This new one, because it's only got half flavourings in, if you remember, because the other half, the nets, are not flavourings because they're not artificial, are they? So that you don't need to let them steep because they're smoked straight off, because there's no to steep really. It's there. It's just basically like using the PG. So this one is good to go straight off. It's very, very Moorish, and it's very complex, but it's basically creamy vanilla with tobacco, which is exactly what it is, like Tabilla, isn't it? I think, to be fair, I think anybody could make that, because it's not a dessert, it's not a tobacco as such. Although it's not fruit, it's one of them that is a kind of a universal one. If there was such a thing as a universal one, that would be a good one, because it's going to hit pretty much everybody's palate. Yes, me and Mum are doing very well, thank you very much. 70-30, yes, I've got 70-30. So Roy says, so why did he only get four 120s? Shoot Liam at dawn. Well, I'll have to take him down from that tree because I've hung him as well. I shall tell Liam. get some more out. He has been busy, but he's been distracted. I'll tell you what I'm going to show you now, because I did a little video earlier. Now, last time I tried this, it is a dense cloud, yes, and it's all of my juices, all of these juices, I don't know why, but all the juices that I have ever made have always had a dense cloud. And you see some other people, and I mean, not everybody, but you see some and they'll say, oh, look at that cloud. You say, yeah, I can see straight fucking through it. There's no to it, like. But all of our juices have done that. Now, I don't know if that's just the quality of the VG. Perhaps some are using cheaper VG. Maybe some are adding water, because some companies add fucking water. I don't know why. Why would you want to add water for the sake of it? What you're going to save would cost a bit of VG or something. That is dense. I mean, bearing in mind I'm only on 55 watts, well, 53 watts. Fucking lovely, bro. I like this tank. It's a shame you could never get the coils for it. This is the dark mesh, African dark mesh. It's one of my favourite tanks of all times, really, to be fair. It never, ever, ever leaks. I've never had a leak out of this, and I think I might have too. I think it's got a black and a silver one, but you could never get the original coils. The coil that came with it originally was absolutely phenomenal. It got holes in it like this, so Joe could get it. And it lasted for weeks and weeks and weeks. But you could never get them then. Fortunately though, the Freemax ones fit. So you can use any of them. This one in here is a double mesh 0.2 ohms Canthal. It's just 60 to 90 watts. That would be too warm for me. Delicious. Anyway, I'm going to try and show you this little video that I did earlier. It was just an update on plants, really, and to show you that shit around corner. So now, last time I did this, it all went a little bit tits up. This seal looks a bit pissed off. He's a fat bastard, isn't he? Looks a bit angry and hard, doesn't he? I love this seal. Everybody loves these seals. It's got like a 3D face on it. Look. There's a little family of them. They're all over the fucking place. Right then, so if I go down, no, not to the woods today. I double click that. Now you're gonna have to tell me if the sound.
Hi guys, it's just a quick update on the.
If the sound comes on, because I'm not going to be able to tell. I don't think. Right. So share screen. Application window. That one. Share.
The hydroponics tent that we've got behind.
Tell me, can you hear it?
We set this up a couple of months ago. Well, sorry, a couple of months. Anyway, I'm going to just show you how we're getting on. Look at them babies. Let me just turn this light on for you so that we can see in proper daylight, if you like. Because you can't really tell with that yellow light. Look at them. Just look at the size of them in just a few short weeks. I mean, you remember they were only little cuttings, weren't they? This water that's in the reservoir up at the bottom is more or less, it's finished now. So I'm going to be changing that. I've already made another batch of it in here. So I'll be doing that. I'll be draining that out, putting fresh in. But already, as you can see, we've actually got flower buds. Can you see them there, look? Flower buds. I'll show you that there. Underneath there, look. You see? Flowers. Them little peppers. On all of these branch tips, on this particular variety here, which I think is the Reaper, Carolina Reaper, that's the one that's flowered the first. No signs of flowers on the others. But they're looking exceptionally healthy, aren't they? And it's not taking very long at all. So that's and what we're using in that is the Aqua Flores by Canna. It's a water-based system. So yeah, so they're doing really, really well. The next little thing we've got going here, obviously we've got 3D printers and that. But now, around here, what we've got is this is a mug making machine, mug press, doing different mugs and whatnot. That's a sublimation printer. These are various vinyls, t-shirt vinyls down here, transfer papers, t-shirts galore, different colours and whatnot, hats and that. So we've got it all going on. There's a heat press that's just come, which is actually in the kitchen, but it's so bloody heavy we can't pick it up. So we're going to have a job on shifting that. But yeah, shop is looking very empty because we've got obviously we're not open. I'm still in isolation. Still plenty of stuff. Because it's a bit of a nightmare with China at the minute, isn't it? Because basically there is no stock being moved, is there? I don't think it's just started again. But there's certainly going to be a good chunk of period where there is no stock available. Like we're running out of shopping. You know, I went shopping to Tesco yesterday, I think it was. month's notice. You know, she went during that that first hour. Not vulnerable. Anyway, she went shopping. She said there was almost no in. No flour, no sugar, just like that. So you can't even make any bread, which is a bit off, isn't it? A bit like, what? We're rationing here with eggs and all. Anyway, that's just been a quick update to show you how the wonderful plants are going on. I mean, they're going to be spectacular, aren't they? Like I said, this is still running 24/7, so the lights are on 24/7. So it thinks it's daylight all the time. It's in the middle of summer. That's why they're growing like this. Now, obviously, this one is flowering anyway, so it's not what they would call photosensitive or photoperiod sensitive. In other words, some plants, you have to set them off into a set number of flowering hours or daylight hours and a set number of nighttime hours, dark hours. And that is what triggers them to flower. This particular plant isn't like that. This flowers regardless, because otherwise it won't be flowering. The other three are not flowering yet, so I don't know if they've got a photo period or if they follow the run of that. They're just, slower at flowering. We'll find out shortly. But you can see how tall they are now in the tent. Like I said, they grow like mad. So that's what I'm going. That's the plan. The plan is to drain the liquid that's in this sump at the minute and replace it with one fresh batch, same batch, still the grow. And then in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to drain that and I'm going to stick it into flour and put the flowering stuff on. Because this one's already got flowers on it, and these are not going to be far behind, I don't think. Anyway, I'll drop this video in with the live video if I can. Otherwise, I'll upload it later. See you later.
Ooh, so there you go. I think we're still on. Quick update. And them plants grown, eh? Hi, Richard. My wife and daughter have been furloughed. It's a strange word, isn't it? Furloughed. Why don't I just say temporarily laid up? I've got to make a fucking word up for it, though. This shop is gigantic. It's ginormous. And there's the shop next door as well, don't forget. I think what's going to happen eventually, because I've got all these little rooms all over, and each one has got a potential for being an independent little thing in its own right, isn't it? Anyway, what I'm probably going to do, because next door is Featherstone 3D, and it Fev 3D, which is what we're going to screen here. Well, I think what I'm going to do is put all that stuff next door, so all the designy stuff is next door. Do you know what I mean? Make more sense then, wouldn't it? Really, I could do with somebody then who is always wanted to start up a shop or wants to get into that kind of business, stickers and printing and 3D printing and mugs and t-shirts and shit. Somebody that wants to get into that but can't afford it, can't afford all the equipment, can't afford a shop, can't afford this, that, and the other. Opportunity knocks. Hello? Because I'm not running it. I mean, I like to set things up, but I don't necessarily want to fucking do it all. It's a condition I've got. It's called persistent regurgitating business syndrome, where I just have to keep creating these little fucking things. It's just really is a condition. Don't know. Never do it with him. Dazzle's been made redundant. Not just temporarily laid off, but actually fully adios, amigo. That's a bit rich, isn't it? Because you've only just started, haven't you? So you've not got any, you won't have any protection, like, will you? That's a tosser, isn't it? Well, what's happening actually is most of the shops are shut. I mean, this is a little bit of a strange one. You've got like alcohol shops are open. I mean, that's not an essential, is it? Is it? Here's a strange one, though. I don't understand why, specifically, bicycle shops are exempt. What the fuck's that about? If you ride a bike, you can't get it. What's that all about? I mean, it doesn't make any difference, but it's such a strange, specific thing, like, isn't it? 7 months. What is 7 months? Yeah. If you've got to stop in, Dazzle, you've got to stop in, mate. It's a right pain in the ass, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know what I said to it right at the very beginning, if you remember, that everybody's going to get this. It's inevitable. It's out there. Unless they've got a vaccine so they can vaccinate people before they get it, then everybody's going to get it. There's no really to stop it because we can do all this locking up. I'm locked up, my mum's locked up, Dazzle's locked up. But as soon as the government say, right, that's it now, it's all finished, now get back to work, kind of thing, and us that's been hiding, if you like, come into the wider world with the people that's all had it, it's still there. So it's just going to infect us then instead of now. Buy a bike, keep fit. That's what it is. Suck in more air so that you can get a few more bacteria and virus in. Yeah, it does seem a little bit bizarre. But there were a bloke that were I saw a little video clip and it that police threw him on the floor because he'd had his vape shop open. Well, this vape shop at Bottom were open the other day. It's shut now. He's got a sign. I don't know what it says, but it's got a sign on it. But yeah, I saw a video of a bloke being arrested for he had his shop open, and he must have been carrying on. I don't really know all ins and outs on it, but apparently that's what it was. I mean, I have to come in every now and again just to make sure that the plants are right and stuff like that. Like today, I've come in and I've noticed that there's actually a little leak because I watered the plants the other day and I've not fully turned the tap off. It must be dripping. But fortunately, if you remember, we put that plastic liner in the tent. Remember me saying, just in case you get a spill, you never know. Put this plastic liner in. That saved us skin, isn't it? Because it's contained within the giant tray. So that's already paid for itself. Otherwise, that water would have been all over the fucking carpet. But even worse than that, I probably wouldn't have noticed it because it would have been running out. Do you know what I mean? I've already noticed it because there's a little puddle. If you get a chance, I'm going to look at that video when I unzip the tent. That's the first time I've unzipped the tent today. So what you'll see on the black tray, there's some liquid. Well, it looks to be about probably, so scooping it all up, it'd be about 3 litres of water, I would think. So it's not much, but nevertheless, it's there, isn't it? But if I hadn't noticed it, it would have been constantly getting rid of that 3 litres, so I would never have known. So there might have been 60 litres in floor. Richard says, we could be all full and all be 2 metres apart. Yeah, tobacco you can get. Well, we've got to keep that tax coming in. Daryl's niece has got COVID-19. I can't get a smooth tobacco flavour anywhere. All of the net tobaccos are smooth. They don't taste like artificial tobaccos. You know, we have artificial tobacco flavours and we have nets, pure nets. The pure nets have got absolutely no flavourings in them whatsoever, just what's come out of the leaf. That's pure. You don't get no smoother than that. But they don't taste like the artificial flavourings because the artificial flavourings taste like it when you've smoked it. Nets taste like the smell of the leaf, so it's more of a herbal kind of thing. The deliciously small, very, very moreish. Organic Canadian's nice, organic American 2017, Virginia's nice. They're all nice anyway, they're in their own ways. Some are dry, slightly dry, like you've got dry wine and stuff. It's that kind of dry. Some are sweet because they're naturally sweet leaves. It's really nice. But if you like something with a bit of vanilla in it, as well as a little bit of tiger nut is the flavour of horchata. That's this one. This is Tabilla 2, version 2. Ooh, that's so fucking. That is smooth. Smooth, moorish, inoffensive. Can replace your cig. Can replace your cig. That's really what it's about. But it doesn't taste like it's as if you've smoked it. It tastes like as if you've just opened a fresh packet and you smell it for the first time in packet. You know, even if it's just corked, that smell is the taste. Well, that smell that you smell in the packet is the tobacco leaf, not the smoked tobacco, because you obviously haven't been smoked them yet. A lot of the tobaccos are, because you can wanted to know about mouth to lung. A lot of my customers do mouth to lung with these net tobaccos, but they generally have them at a higher rate. So it might be like 9 milligrams or 12 milligrams when you're doing a mouth to lung, because you're getting far less, aren't you? Vapor I'm on about. Like with this, every time I suck on this, I must be getting through 0.15 of a mil every time I do that. Whereas in a mouth to lung, you won't be doing nowhere near that. So you're getting a smaller amount, so you can increase the nicotine, so that you're still getting, your body's still getting the right dose, if you like, so you're not gagging. Because that's what, when people fail, is when they're gagging for a tab, and so they get a tab. Just because your nicotine's not high enough, or your setup's not quite matched, or it could be all sorts. We even had one guy come in other week, and he got this kit that somebody gave him, you know, that people gave him. And he got a little mouth to lung tank, one of these little 299 specials on this mod that he got. He said he wanted a new mod, a new tank for it. So we get him a new tank for it. What he wanted, a proper tank like mine. I forgot what he had, but it was something like this. And he wanted it in a 12, because he hadn't understood the difference between how the different tanks function. Do you know what I mean? So it's difficult to get through to people. We are trying, you know, we are actually spending some time with them. That just because you've had a 12 in that, doesn't mean you're going to have a 12 in this. You know what I mean? Because they just think, I have a 12. No, you have a. It's like saying, how many sugars do you have? Well, it depends how big your fucking cup is, doesn't it? Really. You know, if it's a little cup like this, you might have 3. But if it's in a big cup like this, you might have 5 to make it the same sweetness. It's like that. It's the same kind of carry on as that. It's a balancing act, really. But we get quite a few people that are. I would say you can't say they're uneducated, because at the end of the day, if you don't know, you don't know. And a lot of people have stuff given. You know, somebody else will buy it and upgrade or something, and they've got a spare, and they'll give it to somebody. But they don't give them the knowledge that goes with it. Do you understand? Or the experience that they've already had with it. So they come in and wanted to upgrade the tank because that's busted or whatever. Or you can't get the coils, so it's just a really nasty cheap tank. So you just can't get the coils. So you've got to then give them another tank. But they don't want a mouth to lung, you know, one of the cheap ones. They want a big fancy one. So you have to talk people out to stuff and that. A lot of shops really just take the money, I have to say. We've had people that's been sold completely the wrong stuff. And they've been in here and saying, mate, I can't get this working. I've tried this and I've tried that. It's bloody hell, what you've been sold the hell of. And they've been charged top dollar. You know, really top dollar. So there are some unscrupulous people out there, but it's the same in every business, isn't it? Like there's always one or two, isn't there? Like that. Builders that say, and you know, there's always somebody, isn't there? Yeah, a slurp of it. I've got a 3D stance to do today. I'm just going to get this video done, and then I'm going to have to do some stands and some billet box bits and pieces. You know, we're being away, they've kind of built up a little bit. Down mouth to lungs at 9 milligrams and 3 milligram for direct to lung. That's what I've just been saying, isn't it? It's horses for courses. A 5 ml tank lasting him nearly 3 days. Yeah, before you have to fill it up again. That's on your mouth to lung. That's what I was saying. It uses much less. So you need it stronger, so that your body's not gagging for it, because that's what it is. If your body starts to gag, it makes you want to reach for either some snap, that's the first thing, or a tab, because you think, oh, it's not working for me, this, I'm always wanting a tab. Well, it's because your setup's wrong. That's really what it is. It's not because the stuff's not working, it's because it's set up wrong. Richard's is supposed to be clearing the fascia and soffits, but he's having a minute in the coffee. Quite right. Quite right. So we've actually had nobody on our thing apart from Dazzle. Dazzle, he's in isolation, and his niece has got COVID. We know that. So is there anybody else on here who's been personally affected by it? You know, one of the family members has got it out like that. I mean, it is literally everywhere now. I mean, my mum says, well, they're still letting them fly back from such and such. So, well, at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter now. It really doesn't matter now. All this flying around and that, it's all too fucking late. That should have stopped at the beginning. Shouldn't have been allowed to leave China and stuff like that. It should have been out. Now, it don't make a fucking difference. It's in every country, isn't it? So what's the point in stopping people flying? You're all going to get it. You're either going to live through it or you ain't. And that's it. Madagascan Gold with the vanilla pod is scrummy. Joe Fisher. That is delicious, isn't it? This Colombian Gold is the same thing but coffee. This one has actual coffee beans in it. Colombian coffee beans. That's like fat, don't I? That vanilla pod. The vanilla pod, by the way, if you've got any other kind of like custard flavours or vanilla flavours or all like that, once you finish with your Madagascar, you can take it out of the pod, out of the bottle, and put it in something else. You might as well, you know, get the best out of it, haven't you? They're about £1.50 a piece, the vanilla pods. The proper stuff. They're not cheap ones. No one around us has got it. Dazzle can't even look for a job for 3 months. Yeah, it's a real ball ache, isn't it? I mean, it is a real ball ache. Fortunately, for me, as far as the business, if you like, is concerned, even though we're shut, the government's not charging us for business rates, which is a big deal. That took a lot of weight off my mind, actually, because it's a lot of fucking money for now, isn't it? And they're going to give us a rebate as well to cover us. So that's good as well. Liam is obviously still working, so I'm not going to get any money off the government. You know, the government will pay 80% of wages for people that are furloughed or are at home kind of thing. You know, obviously I'm not going to get that for Liam because he's actually here running the job. But I'd rather have him here running the job while he can, because he's effectively keeping the business alive, isn't he, by furnishing the customers with what they need at the time that they need it. Now I wouldn't be able to do that because, you know, anybody that comes in here while I'm in or my mum's in it is going to completely screw it. Let me just turn this Dell thing off. The support assistance just fired up. Yeah, so it's just swings and roundabouts, but at the end of the day, it's happened. It's not just to me, it's to everybody. Everybody's in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. And that's why we're not doing anything at all. And when like I said, when I arrive, I'm wearing gloves. So I'm not touching the outside of the building, you know, to get in. I only removed the glove today because I must be honest, because I've been doing these cuts. But I'll be putting another pair back on. And they're now saying that, well, it's not really necessary. Well, it is necessary because, you know, you don't know what's been touched outside at door or anything like that, do you? And then you go like this, next thing you know, you've got it. Because that's what it is, isn't it? It's, you know, no comments. Why has that stopped moving then? I'll be dropping your message later, Les, or email, whichever is easier for you. What's he got to now? He's catching something. He is a star, is Liam. We lost me Arton. He's a good lad. And he's lost ever such a lot of weight. Have you noticed how much weight he's lost? I don't know if you haven't seen him recently in a video. I'll have to get him in a video. He does still wear baggy clothes. You know, he wears the same kind of baggy clothes. But I asked him about it the other week. He says he likes that. Me, when I lost weight, I wanted something to be a bit tighter so everybody could say I've lost fucking weight. You know what I mean? Because you're an internal boost, isn't it? Really. Who was it that said, now then, let me think. What are models? Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. But it came off. I think it might have been came off. Liam does get employee of the month. Oh, wait a minute, he's the only one fucking here, isn't he? And I don't get a wage, so I won't get any money off the government for that because I don't get a fucking wage. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm diabetic. I've been keeping a lot better control of me sugar recently. So, last few months anyway. So that's a lot better. Well, I come to get some fucking needles. Nobody's got no needles. What are we to do with insulin? Suck it out at pen. Slash me arm, mum, and dribble a bit in. So I can't get the fucking needles. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Mum has been so. I mean, you know what she's like. I don't know if you do. You obviously, if you've seen her and that, you see she's healthy and sprightly and all that kind of thing. But she drives you fucking mad if she ain't got nothing to do. You know what I mean? Because when she's here, she's always got something to do. She's boxing up, or she's got some. When you're at home and you're trying to work on computer and she ain't got nothing to do, she starts to fucking vibrate. You know that you can hear her buzzing. You can hear it building in, and then next thing you know, you can hear this scrape. And she's out at fucking patio, scraping weeds out at patio. So last week, she did all the fucking. I mean, she's 80 fucking toe next. She did all the fucking patio. She got a rake thing in between all, flags and that. She trimmed it all. She'd done all of it. She's at it all the time, right? So perhaps that is the way to get a long life, is to keep at it all the time. This is what I was saying about what's going to kill us first, the virus, or I'm going to strangle each other. But she's been she's been keeping out my way. And every now and again, I just come over here and manage. You stand opposite shop, I'm going to get some needles over there at Crack Alley. There might be one or two up floor over there. Might get a little bit septic though. I know where you get it from now, then, Les. Yeah, that'll be my mum. She was one of them. She can't stop. She just cannot stop. Unless you've got Cora on. If you put Cora on, she don't give a monkey's fuck about anything else. It's Cora. Cora and Emma. She's addicted to them. And she's hardly had any this week because I think she says there's only been 2 on. Normally I make her record these things. If it's on every day, I don't want to know, really. I really don't want to know. I don't mind it once a week. Because then you look forward to an episode, like, don't you? But when it's every day, it's too fucking much. So I make her record them. So when she has a day off, she can watch all the currents. Because I can't stand it. I don't mind it. I don't mind the program itself. I just don't like it every fucking day. Same as others. I mean, sometimes it's on twice a night. Yes, we're all well. Keith's packed in vaping, yeah. He can't come through to the shop at the minute because we're shut like, aren't we? But yeah, I would imagine that he's in isolation at the minute because he's just had that thing you put in, pacemaker. I went to doctors because they've cancelled all my appointments. You know, I was saying I was supposed to go to doctors. Well, my blood pressure is through the roof, apparently. And now I'm already on 2 lots of blood pressure tablets, beta blockers. But it's still up. And she said, well, normally what we would do, because I went to see him last week, normally what we would do, we would have you in and we would put one of these 24-hour monitoring things on with, I've had it before, like where they put a machine on you and over every so often, during night and everything, it blows it, sends up and it takes you, and it records it for 24 hours so that you can see what's happening. Anyway, it just so happens that I'd already got a machine, pretty much the same as the one that the doctor's got. So I've been taking my blood pressure. It were 190 over 140 of the day. So, fucking I'm ready for blowing. I think it's supposed to be about 120 over 70 or something like that. Mine fluctuates quite a bit. It goes from, I think the lowest I got was 115 over something like 65. And the highest was, like I said, about, I think it was 180 over fucking 140 or something like that. So I'm changing that, but I have noticed that it's very variable. It goes up and down and up and down. So perhaps that's what they picked up on. Who's Jags? Julie, do you mean? We at the minute we've got Netflix and shit like that. So at the minute we're watching Sam and Dean, you know, the Supernatural. We're watching a series of that. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Does anybody want to ask me any questions while you've got me? Anything about the mugs or about the juices or don't ask me about hardware because I'm Liam the man for that. I've kind of gone off hardware, you know what I mean? It's all a bit much of a muchness for me. I like what I like and that's it. Yeah, anybody got any questions about anything? Yes, it's me. He's finished Pornhub, so now he's starting Netflix. What you like? Hit the thumbs up, guys. Hit the thumbs up. And I've still not worked it out with these comments. How you do them? I did send Alan Ashley a request. He wanted to join. I've sent him an email link. If anybody wants to come on to this time or next time, if you let me know, I can send you a link. Yes, we've got 72 milligram nicotine. Just tell me that you're a business, and then we can sell it to you. That's not a problem. We've got PG and we've got VG in. They're on the website, but you have to go to juicecabin.com. But you have to log in before you can see it because it's not publicly visible. Like if you go to log in and then you'll see it. It's in the mixology section. If you go into that, you'll see there's a section called nicotine, but you won't see it unless you're logged in. You have to be logged in. See, I've got one of these here, little bit. You see it made. I mean, they've got flippers and things. This one's asleep. You have to be quiet. Because when you wake it up, considerably moved. This is a little baby one. Look. You have to be really quiet though. They are lovely, aren't they? They're very, very soft. It's like velour. I think that's the name for it, velour. This one does look a little bit like Keith Allinson, doesn't it? Grumpy. Grumpy. I got these off eBay. They're off eBay. I think big ones were about 20 quid, and little ones were about 13 or something like that. But they are ever so cute, aren't they? You've got the sleeping ones, or this, or the normal ones, and they've got like a nose as well. It's not, you know, it is shaped at front. You know, it's not just printed. It is printed like, but it's only a bit of fun, isn't it? The podgy one. Donna! Donna! You've got to go and make him a cuppa. Donna Blakely! You've got to go and make him other. Go on, cuppa. One that makes you cough. There's still plenty of activity outside. It's not as much as normal, like, but there is still plenty of activity. People walking about. Don't forget, this weekend apparently it's going to be really warm. It's going to be beautiful weather for sitting outside. But don't. You've got to stop in, because you mustn't go out and spread it again. Set another flash of this fucking virus off. No, I don't roast my own coffee. The cost of the coffee roast is astronomical. You can get cheap ones, but the shit. I mean, you're looking at spending at least a couple of £1,000 on a roaster. You can get one that's about 1,200 quid, which is the same brand as this one I've got here, which is Frappuccino. You can get a nice Frappuccino machine, a grinder, and it'll just hot air, you know, instead of actual cooker. So it roasts and it blows it up, so you can see beans bobbing up and down and that. But they only roast a very small amount of beans at a time. You know, it's not. You think, oh, you put a few in, 8 per kilo, a pound max. Even the 2,000 quid machine, it's still only going to do a kilo. Very, very expensive for a proper roasting machine. In order to get consistent result, because that's the key to it, is getting consistent result. There's no point every now and again getting a nice one. You've got to be able to cook it every time so that it's exactly the same as the last time. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's hit and miss, and it's a waste of time. And the only way to get that is to spend a lot of money on the roaster. I mean, you're looking at proper ones, you're looking at 15 and 20,000 quid for a roasting machine, and even then it'll only do 5 kilos. Very, very expensive. So I get mine, but I actually buy green beans, and then I get the people that I get off to roast it for me. So they all roast everything fresh for me. So when it comes, it's been roasted the day before, kind of thing. And when you get it on that day, my God. You're in trouble now, Kev. Oh, Cocker! Keith Allinson's decided to wake up. He's come and joined us. It's nice to see him up and about. I always get Tetleyman mixed up with Keith. Who the bloody hell's Tetleyman? Oh, come on, who's Tetleyman? Our admin's been banned again. He's got a Facebook ban. Don't know what he's done. He must be doing a lot of porn or something. Because that's two lots of trotting in. He's having a good time. Toby Tetley. You never know, because I thought they'd made everybody put the real names up on this thing. You never know who you're talking to, do you? Well, there's bugger all on telly. The bargain hunt will have finished. Nose will have just finished. Anybody got any questions about any juice or out that you want me to talk about? Anything you want to ask me about it? Well, you've got me. I'll do another one next Saturday, another little video next Saturday if I can. Because there's no pickup post on a Saturday with the couriers that we're using. So it's a perfect day for them to have off, really, isn't it? Is a Saturday, even though traditionally it would be one of the days that would be in when we're open. When we shut, it's not so important. It's better for him to come in on a Sunday so he can catch up on the orders ready for the Monday, if you like. I was called Francis. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you. I've got plenty of printing to do now, so I've got to start unlocking next door's shop and all the rest of it. It's been absolutely fantabidozo catching up with you. Like I say, if you need me, I'm only at the end of an email, lespicking@hotmail.com. If there's any delays, like we've had a couple of delays with the posts and stuff like that, you just have to hang with it. It's just unfortunate. It's the times that we're in at the minute. It's not that anything's usually got lost. It's very rare for things to actually get lost. But they can get delayed because there's a lot of people off work at the minute in the chain. There's probably got a lot of drivers off. They've probably got a lot of warehouse stuff off, engineers off, and stuff like that. So it all has a knock-on effect, doesn't it? So just hang with it. If you've not had your order, just drop us an email saying you've not had your order, and I can send you the tracking number on it. I don't add the tracking numbers by default because it takes frigging long to add every tracking number. What I tend to do is because you get an email, or I get an email saying we've delivered this one, in which case that's fine, or this one's closed and we've carded it. So what I tend to do then is I copy the information off that email that they've sent me, and I go to our website, find the order, and send the customer that email to say you've missed your driver, and a link to the tracking details so that they can rebook it again. But again, as we've discovered, people are having difficulties getting through. Well, they don't work on a weekend anyway, but they will be having difficulties getting through because there'll be a lot of people trying to get through with limited numbers of staff again, isn't it? It's the same thing for everybody. It's awful. It really is awful. But we'll get through it. Big shout out to the NHS staff as well. I know everybody's working through. I can only imagine really what they're working through. No equipment or very little equipment. People, having to share bits and things, and it's awful. It really is awful. It's even worse for the people who have got family members in there who are on the last throws, if you like. The people that have been affected badly, and they can't even go in. They can't go in to say goodbye, kind of thing. It's really is very, very bad. But the NHS staff are all coping fantastically well with it all, despite everything. And all these volunteers that have finished, they're retired and stuff, and they've all come back. It's quite amazing, really. It's absolutely spot on. So anyway, you stay safe, and I shall see you, hopefully, king as frost, next Saturday. If you wanted any mugs, they're on cabinmods.com. Like I said, there's about 200 different designs, and you change all the wording on all of the designs and that. So if you run a club or a pigeon fanciers club or whatever it is, and you wanted a short run mug, here you go. You can stick photos on them as well if you want. You've got your dog or your cat or your baby or whatever. You can do all that kind of shit. And also little stickers, if you want a little sticker doing, you can do these kind of things. This one is printed the right way around. Right. This is for printing onto something like a fridge door. If you want it to go on glass, it's printed in reverse. So when you're on the other side of the glass, you're reading it the right way. So we can do all of that. If you want any of that kind of stuff, drop us an email, letspicking.com. And don't forget, give another shout out if you can in this video for Liam, who's doing tremendously well under difficult circumstances, which is really, really much appreciated. Anyway, that's it from me, folks. I'm going to blow. In fact, I think I might have a little lodger brewing. I've been going up like this. I've just realised I want to shit. Being thrusted. Right, so I'm going to love you and leave you, and I shall see you next time. Adios. Indiana Jones, adieu.